Sacramento's pitch to Major League Baseball.
Who's ready to step up to the plate?
I think that would be awesome.
Who's ready to swing for the fences?
The more West Coast baseball, the better.
City and business leaders formally announced their bid to bring an MLB expansion team to West Sacramento.
I think we're pretty strong. We are ready. We are ready to move this plan forward, and it's going to get stronger moving forward.
Sports fans ready for what's on deck.
It would be awesome. I think that they could put another team here. It would be great.
And a field of dreams.
One thing is certain. Sacramento is MLB ready.
Getting answers. This is CBS 13 News. Always streaming on CBS News Sacramento.
All right, we start with a major proposal for Major League Baseball. Hey, let's go. Perfect. Thanks for joining us for the CBS 13 News at 5. I'm Tony Lopez. We've got a special show for you tonight, and I'm excited. Play ball tonight. That's exactly what the cities of Sacramento and West Sacramento hope to do as they make their official pitch to bring an expansion team to the region. It is so cool. That includes a new stadium for Sacramento's home team. So let's show you where it would go. And we can do that several ways on this new cool AR/VR set, right? Behind me in the window, where you can get a real look at the location, as well as on this map. Yeah, you can see where Sutter Health Park currently stands. The new stadium would be built adjacent to it, where the parking lot for Sutter Health Park sits. Here's what it would look like. And we're not just talking a new ballpark here. We're talking a new ballpark district with 50 acres of mixed-use development. How cool does that look? My colleague Steve Large is field anchoring our coverage tonight because it's a very big deal. And Steve, we toss the ball over to you, brother.
Yeah, Tony, and you know what? You can feel the civic pride shining down on Sacramento, just like the sunshine right here. You know where I'm standing, the familiar backdrop, the Tower Bridge behind me, and it's right over here across the river where they want to build this expansion Major League Baseball stadium. We've got a lot to get to in the next hour. We're going to have sports director Jay Gaydon and also Ashley Sharp joining us to break this all down for you today. And we also want to begin here by showing you some Drone 13 video. This is the location, the site where they want to build this Major League Baseball stadium. It's in the parking lot right now of what is the parking lot of Sutter Health Park, which would end up going away. But this all coming with this huge announcement, a lot of new big details, and of course, a lot of team spirit.
And who's ready to swing for the fences? Yes.
Sacramento Mayor Kevin McCarty.
I love Sacramento.
Sacramento natives legend Dusty Baker.
Let's go. Let's go.
And former All-Star Derek Lee. Sacramento. All part of this opening day lineup for this official launch of a Sacramento Major League Baseball bid.
Do you think Major League Baseball is watching this today?
I sure hope so.
West Sacramento Mayor Martha Guerrero is championing the big move to bring a new MLB franchise here.
We are locked in our commitment to move forward.
The announcement included this rendering showing the proposed new Major League ballpark as part of a bigger mixed-use development with homes and retail on the Sacramento riverfront, and details into $1.8 billion in funding and land the campaign says is already in place, including $1 billion in West Sacramento public funding through hotel taxes and a special ballpark district tax. $500 million combined from the Shingle Springs Band of Miwok Indians and the United Auburn Indian Community, and land owned by the Sacramento Kings that Sutter Health Park currently sits on.
Major League Baseball hasn't made a formal announcement of expansion yet.
Nobody's going to rain on this parade.
Mark Friedman owns land in the newly proposed West Sacramento Ballpark District and is part of the new investment group. He's a former Kings minority owner who helped build the Golden One Center and says Major League Baseball will likely look at the market size, land, a public subsidy, and maybe most importantly, who's writing the biggest check.
We still need somebody with $1 billion of liquidity, the proverbial whale. I think that today's announcement is going to lay out for the rest of the world what Sacramento has to offer.
Sacramento's pitch for a new Major League franchise.
Thank you. Let's do this.
It's game on.
Sacramento! 5:30-ish? Oh, yeah, we know about that story, searching for a whale in the city of Sacramento. Still so much more to break down right here. And sports director Jake Gaydon will be up here in just a moment with more on that. But first, we want to head over to West Sacramento on the other side of the river where this announcement was made, where this ballpark would go. Ashley Sharp standing by with the fan reaction to this big announcement today, Ashley.
Yeah, the baseball side of the river, Steve, as they so lovingly call it. Well, here's the thing. This 3-year stint that the A's are here in Sacramento has been a bit of a big league tease for local baseball fans. They've now had a taste of what that's like, and they tell me they want more.
Have a good one.
Dreaming big. Sacramento baseball fans say the momentum is here for big league ball.
It is very exciting. I hope it happens. I hope we live to see it.
The possibility of scoring a permanent team has fans hoping it's not too good to be true.
Everyone here loves baseball, period. All sports do well here. You've seen the Kings. We're not very good, yet we draw fans.
Already expecting a high price tag.
Having it here, yes, there's going to be costs associated with it, but jobs and, everything that comes with it, I think will boost the economy even more.
But if we could build a stadium, I know we'd have the fan support.
It's $2 billion for a major league stadium these days. Who's going to pay for it?
This season, A's attendance is up, averaging right now more than 10,600 fans per game. But last season, the A's first of a 3-year pit stop in Sac, there were only 7 sellout crowds all year. And according to the experts, during this trial Major League run,
the city of Sacramento and their fans, they can show Major League Baseball that we will support this product.
And for the next generation of baseball fans, they'd like to grow up with MLB in their backyard.
That'd be so cool because I'd love to come watch some baseball out here in Sacramento. We wouldn't have to travel too far. It would be really close. There's a lot of people here. I mean, it'd be cool to seeing a new team come around.
But some fans say send the expansion team elsewhere, not wanting to say goodbye to the green and gold.
I think they should have an expansion team to Vegas. I think the A's should stay here.
If the A's could stay here, that would be amazing, but any baseball, I'm here for it.
A big league pitch that Sacramento sports fans hope won't be a strikeout.
So as part of his remarks at the announcement today, Sacramento Mayor Kevin McCarty said if you're sitting at home in the Sacramento area and wondering what can I do to help Sacramento win this bid for the expansion team, it starts with getting people in the seats here at the ballpark for the A's the remainder of this season and next. Steve, it's the Yankees series coming up next. We know those are going to be sellouts, but over the next year and a half, really, it's about proving to the MLB that Sacramento does support Major League Baseball.
Yeah, getting those butts in the seats, as they say. All right, Ashley Sharp, some great perspectives there from the fan base here in Sacramento. And don't forget, there's a long history of baseball that we've had in Sacramento in some shape or form for almost 200 years, with the first professional game played here in 1860, if you could believe it, right after the gold rush. A team eventually was formed and was called the Sacramento Senators until the Cardinals bought them and renamed them the Solons, an ancient Greek nickname for a politician. Players like Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Hall of Famer Tony Freitas all played here at some point in their career, many at Edmonds Field, which sat at 10th and Broadway until a fire in 1948 burned it down. A wood stadium is what it was then. So the Solons played the rest of the season on the road. A new concrete stadium was built the next year where the team played through 1960. What's at that site now? The Target, you might be familiar with on Broadway. Let's bring in CBS 13 sports director Jake Gaydon. You could really feel, it was police, union, city council members, Congress members, who's who baseball legends at this announcement today. The question is, is it really realistic that this could actually end up happening, I think?
Well, the announcement today makes it realistic, but there are some serious considerations that you have to have when having an expansion baseball team, and we outlined them for you right here.
Expansion is coming to Major League Baseball as the league looks to grow the game in 2 markets, one on the East Coast and one on the West. And that West Coast market could be Sacramento. But what would need to happen to bring Major League Baseball to the capital region? First, ownership. Expansion candidates need a deep-pocketed whale capable of paying what could be $1 million expansion fee while also financing stadium construction and operations. Second, a permanent ballpark. While Sutter Health Park has proven capable of hosting MLB games temporarily, a long-term franchise would almost certainly require a new purpose-built Major League stadium with significantly larger capacity, expanded amenities, and a sustainable summer climate plan. Third, corporate dollars. The team can't survive on ticket sales alone. For a market like Sacramento, MLB wants to know whether local companies can spend millions of dollars every year on sponsorships, premium seating, naming rights, and advertising. And finally, league competition. Sacramento isn't alone. Markets such as Nashville, Salt Lake City, and Portland are widely viewed as leading contenders. So for now, Sacramento's audition continues. The city has already proven it can host Major League Baseball. The next challenge is proving it deserves to keep it moving forward.
Now, Steve, none of these expansion talks can happen until Major League Baseball and the MLBPA, the Players Association, agree to a new collective bargaining agreement, which could be negotiated and hopefully agreed upon before next season. But none of that talk of expansion is going to happen until a CBA is ratified.
Yeah, we need to see what the process is so we can all be on the same track on what to expect. Those next steps are going to be really important. Of course, you'll be following it, and so will we. All right, want to get to some very cool video here that we've shown over the years at CBS 13. This isn't the first time Sacramento has tried to build a Major League Baseball stadium. You may remember this. Back in the late 80s, developers spent $16 million laying the foundation of what they hoped to call Arco Park, just a stone's throw from the old Arco Arena. The 53,000-seat stadium was to be dual use, hosting baseball and football. It broke ground just as former Raiders owner Al Davis was looking to move the team from Oakland to Sacramento. Sacramento tried to get the attention by selling out Arco just to watch Raiders games on TV, interesting, and tried to get the attention of Major League Baseball, sending 22,000 people on a road trip to Oakland Coliseum, something that would become known as the March on Baseball. Neither push did anything, and eventually funding dried up and construction stopped in its tracks, though a footprint of the field is still visible today, which is really interesting to see. We've seen just how long it can take to get a stadium built. Just mention the rail yards to anyone in Sacramento and see what their reaction is. Construction on that soccer stadium there is now underway after a partnership between the Sacramento Republic FC and Wilton Rancheria. And then, of course, the last stadium built was the Golden One Center, which was completed in 2016 after the NBA chose to keep the Kings in Sacramento. Getting the G1C built took the passing of a bill by then state senator Darrell Steinberg that did a few things. First, it essentially made sure the project could be held up or would not be held up by lawsuits by shortening the process of lawsuits. It also made it harder for people to sue, removing parking and aesthetic standards as grounds for legal challenges. Tony, you and I have both been in Sacramento for a long time. We've seen this script before. We know that this is going to be a lot of twists and turns, and so buckle up, because here we get going. Now, coming up a little bit later, we're going to be talking to West Sacramento native and former all-star second baseman Steve Sax. Who better to talk about what he thinks about this whole day today?
Yeah, that'll be exciting. One of my former favorite players is growing up in L.A. as a Dodgers fan, second baseman Steve Sax coming up. Thanks, Steve. Great job out there.